Good morning. Today we are graphing equations of lines and they're going to be in slope-intercept form. Before we start, let's go and review once again classifications of slopes. If you guys remember from the last section we covered, we have slopes can be classified in 4 different ways. If you guys are able to write the word slope on the line and you are writing up, that'll be a positive slope. If you write slope on the line and you are writing down, that'll be a negative slope. If it's a horizontal line, then there'll be a zero slope. And the way I remember zero slope, that's a horizontal line. If you look at the Z, it's pointing left and right. If it's a vertical line, then it's a no slope. And the way I remember it is by the end is pointing up and down. Now, sometimes whenever it's a no slope, will be, well, every time it's a no slope, we also call it undefined. Now, let's go over the difference between zero slope and no slope. Zero slope is when you end up with 0 over 5, which is equal to 0. No slope is whenever we have a 0 on the denominator. That cannot happen. So that is no slope or undefined because a 0 cannot be on the denominator. Now let's go and start with the slope-intercept form. Slope-intercept form, most of you guys have seen it before. We have the slope is y is equal to mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Now over on the right we have the definition of the y-intercept. The y-intercept is where the line crosses that y-axis. So let's go and start with example number 1. If you notice, it's already in slope-intercept form. And we call this slope-intercept form because we have the slope and the y-intercept. So first thing I want you guys to do with your highlighter, I want you guys to highlight the y-axis and your y-intercept. The first point they're going to place is your y-intercept, which is -1. So we're going to look at -1. So your first point always has to be on the highlighted line, which is the y-axis. Now, we are going to be using our slope to find other points. Because it's a whole number, we want to make it a fraction, so be over 1. I want you guys to circle your slope. And I also need you guys to tell me if that's a positive or negative slope. So, negative. If it's negative, we're going to go down and to the right. So 1, 2, 3, and to the right 1. And so I can try once again. 1, 2, 3, and right 1. I can also do the opposite. Instead of down and to the right, the opposite will be up 3 and to the left 1. 1, 2, 3, and to the left 1. So if your slope is negative, we're going to go down and to the right, down and to the right, or the opposite. I want you guys to make sure that you guys place points all throughout the graph, and that will make it easier on the next sections. I'm going to go and draw the line. And that's basically it. So let's continue with the next one, letter B. First thing with my highlighter, I'm going to go and highlight my y-axis and my y-intercept. So the line crosses at -5. So the line crosses that y-axis at -5, 2, 4, 5. My slope, I'm going to go and circle my slope. And is that positive or negative? Positive. So I'm going to go up 3 and to the right 4. So up 3 to the right 4. And I can try doing once again up 3 into the right 4, but I don't have enough space, so those 2 points will be sufficient. When you draw the line, make sure that you draw all the way through the graph and place arrows on both ends, because the lines will continue to the right or to the left. Now, once you are done, I want you guys to write the word slope to confirm that you guys graphed it correctly. If you notice, my slope is positive, and that matches my slope on the equation. If I write slope, my slope of this line is negative, and the slope of the equation is negative, so it matches. And I want to be able to see the little check just to confirm that you actually thought through the process. Once you graph it, write the word slope and confirm that it matches the equation. Once you graph it, write the word slope and confirm that it matches the equation. Next one. Let us see. I'm going to highlight the y-axis. And if you notice, there's no number in here. There's no y-intercept, so that'll be a plus 0. My y-intercept will be, the line will be crossing the y-axis at 0. My slope is negative, so I'm going to go down 2 and to the right 3. Down 2 and to the right 3. And I can do it once again. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Or I can do the opposite. Instead of going down and to the right, I can go up 2 to the left 3. Up 2 to the left 3. And if you notice, it'll make a full line. So I'm going to make my line. And I'm going to write the word slope. The word's going down. This slope of the line is negative, and the slope of the equation is negative, so that matches.